Steinberg Cubase 12 Pro. We start lesson 17. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, so as not to miss new videos. And we start lesson 17. Transport bar sections. The transport bar has different sections that you can show or hide by activating the corresponding options on the context menu. To activate the transport bar, click Setup Window Layout on the Project Window toolbar and activate Transport Bar. To show Hide Tools, open the Transport Bar context menu by right-clicking in an empty area of the transport bar, and activate the tools that you want to display. To show all tools, select Show All. Constrain Delay Compensation. Constrain Delay Compensation minimizes the latency effects of the delay compensation. Common Record Modes. Common Record Modes allow you to determine what happens if you click record during an audio or MIDI recording, and where to start the recording. Audio Record Modes. Audio Record Modes allow you to select what happens when you record over existing audio events. MIDI Record Modes. MIDI Record Modes allow you to select what happens when you record over existing MIDI parts. MIDI Auto Quantize. Automatic MIDI Record Quantize activates automatic quantizing during a MIDI recording. Left Divider. Left Divider. Tools that are placed to the left of the divider are always shown. Audio Performance Meter. Audio Performance Meter. The upper bar displays either the current real-time peak or the ASIO guard load, depending on which of the two has the higher value. The lower bar shows the hard disk transfer load of the disk engine. For a more detailed display of real-time peak and ASIO guard load, click to open the Audio Performance window. Locators. Go to Left Locator Position. Allows you to go to the left locator position. Left Locator Position shows the left locator position. Go to Right Locator Position. Allows you to go to the right locator position. Right Locator Position shows the right locator position. Locator Range Duration. Locators to Selection allows you to set the locators to the selection. Locator Range Duration shows the duration of the locator range. Punch Points. Punch In activates Punch In. Punch Out activates Punch Out. Lock Punch Points to Locators locks the punch points to the left and right locator positions. Punch In Position allows you to set up the punch in position. For this to work, lock punch points to locators must be deactivated. To show hide this, click the points on the divider. Punch Out Position allows you to set up the punch out position. For this to work, lock punch points to locators must be deactivated. To show hide this, click the points on the divider. Transport Controls. Go to Previous Marker /0. Moves the project cursor to the previous marker /0 position on the timeline. Go to Next Marker /project end. Moves the project cursor to the next marker /project end. Rewind. Moves backward. Forward. Moves forward. Cycle. Activates /deactivates cycle mode. Stop. Stops playback. Start. Starts playback. Transport Record. Activates /deactivates record mode. Retrospective Record. Insert retrospective recording from all MIDI inputs on selected track. Allows you to recover MIDI notes that you played in stop mode or during playback. Time Displays. Select Primary Time Format. Allows you to select a time format for the primary time display. Primary Time Display shows the position of the project cursor in the selected time format. Select Secondary Time Format. Allows you to select a time format for the secondary time display. Secondary Time Display shows the position of the project cursor in the selected time format. Markers. Jump to Marker allows you to set and locate marker positions. Open Markers window opens the Markers window. Pre-roll and post-roll. Activate pre-roll activates pre-roll. Pre-roll amount allows you to set the pre-roll position. To show hide this, click the points on the divider. Activate post-roll activates post-roll. Post-roll amount allows you to set the post-roll position. To show hide this, click the points on the divider. Tempo and Time Signature. Activate Tempo Track allows you to activate /deactivate the tempo track. Tempo allows you to set the tempo value. Time Signature allows you to set the first time signature value. To show hide this, click the points on the divider. Right Divider. Right Divider. Tools that are placed to the right of the divider are always shown. Activate External Sync. Activate External Sync activates external synchronization. Open Synchronization Setup allows you to open the project synchronization setup dialog. Click and Count In. Activate Metronome Click activates the metronome click. Activate Count In activates the metronome click in Count In. Click Pattern allows you to set up a click pattern. To To show hide this, click the points on the divider. Open Metronome Setup. Opens the Metronome Setup dialog. To show hide this, click the points on the divider. Input, output activity. MIDI in activity. Displays the MIDI input signals. MIDI out activity. Displays the MIDI output signals. Audio activity. Displays the audio input, output signals. Audio clipping. Displays audio clipping. Level display. Displays the output level. Level control. Allows you to control the output level. Setup transport bar. Setup transport. Opens a pop-up menu where you can set up which elements are visible. Transport bar. Transport pop-up window. Transport pop-up window. The transport pop-up window allows you to access specific transport commands if the transport panel, the transport bar, and the transport controls in the project window toolbar are closed or hidden. The following default key commands open the transport bar pop-up window. Enter left locator. Shift L. Enter right locator. Shift R. Enter project cursor position. Shift P. Enter tempo. Shift T. Enter time signature. Shift C. Enter punch in position. Shift I. Enter punch out position. Shift O. Go to left locator. Number 1. Go to right locator. Number 2. A specific key command opens the corresponding section of the transport pop-up window. Transport pop-up window for entering the left locator position. Note. To close the transport pop-up window, press Escape. Transport bar sections. Time display window. Time display window. The time display window allows you to view the current time position in a separate window. You can adjust its size and specify the time format that you want to display. To open the time display window, select Studio. More options, time display. Right-click the window to access the following options. Bars plus beats. Displays the time in bars and beats. Seconds. Displays the time in seconds. FPS. Displays the time in frames per second. Samples. Displays the time in samples. Show beat count only. Shows the beat counts only. This is useful if you want to use the time display window as a visual metronome. Increase window size. Increases the size of the window and the displayed values. Decrease window size. Decreases the size of the window and the displayed values. Note. You can set up the window transparency in the Studio Setup dialog, Time Display page. Related links. Time signature events. Transport pop-up window. Left and right locators. Left and right locators. The left and right locators are a pair of markers that you can use as reference positions in the project window and in the editors. Locators help you, for example, to do the following. Positioning the project cursor. Defining start and stop positions for recording. Defining start positions for importing or exporting events. Setting up a cycle range. Selecting, copying, creating or splitting events. Locators are indicated by the flags in the ruler. The area between the left and the right locator is the locator range. The locator range is highlighted in the ruler and in the event display. Note. In the event display of the MIDI editors, the locator range is only highlighted if Show Part Borders is deactivated. To activate/deactivate cycle mode, click the locator range in the upper part of the ruler or activate cycle in the transport controls. Note. If you activate cycle mode and the right locator is positioned before the left locator, the locator range is skipped during playback. Related links. Project window toolbar. Setting the project cursor. Activating recording manually. Activating recording automatically. Cycle recording. Punch in and punch out. Common record modes menu. Import options for MIDI files. Export options dialog for MIDI files. Export audio mixdown. Setting the locators using cycle markers. Select submenu. Select menu for selection ranges. Cut, copy, and paste of selection ranges. Audio parts. MIDI parts. Signature track controls. Fill loop. Splitting events. Transport. Time display window. Setting the left locator. Setting the left locator. Setting the left locator can be useful if you want to add a reference position in the project window and in the editors. Procedure. Do one of the following. Press Ctrl/CMD, and click in the upper part of the ruler to set the left locator to that position. Adjust the left locator position value. This is available in the locator section of the project window toolbar, the editor toolbars, the transport panel, and the transport bar. Setting the right locator. Setting the right locator can be useful if you want to add a reference position in the project window and in the editors. Procedure. Do one of the following. Press Alt/Opt, and click in the upper part of the ruler to set the right locator to that position. Adjust the right locator position value. This is available in the Locators section of the project window toolbar, the editor toolbars, the transport panel, and the transport bar. Drag the right locator handle in the upper part of the ruler. Press Ctrl/CMD, and, on the numeric keypad, press 2 to set the right locator to the project cursor position. Press Alt/Opt, and click Go to Right Locator Position on the transport panel. Setting the left locator. Setting up locator ranges. Setting up locator ranges. You can set up the locator range, that is, the area between the left and the right locator. Procedure. Do one of the following. Press Shift-D to activate the locator range duration value field in the locator range duration section of the toolbar, and enter a value. Click and drag in the upper part of the ruler. Select a range or an event, and press P to set the locators to the selection. Double-click a cycle marker. Press Ctrl/CMD Alt/Opt, and click at a position in the upper part of the ruler to set both locators to the nearest snap position. Result. The locator range is set up and highlighted in the ruler and in the event display. Snap is taken into account. Setting the right locator. Moving locator ranges. Moving locator ranges. In the ruler, you can move the locator range. Prerequisite. You have set up a locator range. Procedure. Move the mouse pointer to the upper part of the ruler inside a locator range. A hand symbol is shown. Click and drag to the left or to the right to move the locator range. Setting up locator ranges. Setting the project cursor. Setting the project cursor. You can set the project cursor to the position where you click, or to markers or other predefined positions. Procedure. Do one of the following. Hold down Shift-Alt/Opt, and click in the project window event display. Click Go to Previous Marker/0 or Go to Next Marker/Project End. These are available in the Transport Controls section of the project window toolbar, the editor toolbars, the transport panel, and the transport bar. Click in the lower part of the ruler. Select Transport Set Project Cursor Position, and select an entry in the submenu. Use a key command. Note. You can assign key commands for setting the project cursor location in the transport category of the Key Commands dialog. In addition to the default key commands, you can set up further commands, for example, for moving the project cursor forward or backward in fixed intervals. Related links. Transport panel sections. Ruler. Transport menu. Transport. Transport bar. Left and right locators. Key commands. Moving locator ranges. Auto scroll settings menu. Auto scroll settings menu. Auto scroll allows you to keep the project cursor visible in the window during playback. If you activate auto scroll on the toolbar of the project window or in one of the editors, the following modes are available in the Select Auto Scroll Settings pop-up menu. Page scroll. The project cursor moves from the left side to the right side of the window. When the project cursor reaches the right side of the window, the ruler and the project cursor jump to the left side of the window and start over again. This behavior can be compared to turning a page of a book. Stationary cursor. The project cursor is kept in the middle of the window, and the ruler scrolls continuously to the left. Related links. Project window toolbar. Setting the project cursor. Suspend auto scroll when editing. Suspend auto scroll when editing. If you do not want the project window display to change when editing during playback, activate Suspend auto scroll when editing. Suspend auto scroll when editing is available as an option in the Select Auto Scroll Settings pop-up menu to the right of the auto scroll button. If this option is activated, auto scrolling is suspended as soon as you click anywhere in the event display during playback until playback stops or until you click auto scroll again. As a visual feedback, the auto scroll button changes its color. Auto scroll settings menu. Time formats. Time formats. You can set up different time formats. Suspend auto scroll when editing. Selecting the primary time format. Selecting the primary time format. On the transport panel, you can select the primary time format. This is the global display format that is used for all rulers and position displays in the program, except for the ruler tracks. Procedure. In the main transport section on the transport panel, click Select Primary Time Format. Select a time format from the pop-up menu. Result. The time format on the transport panel and all rulers and position displays are updated. Note. You can also select Project Setup. In the Project Time Displays section, open the Display Format pop-up menu to select the primary time format. Related links. Project Setup dialog. Time formats. Independent time displays. Independent time displays. You can show time displays that are independent from the global display format. To select an independent time display, do one of the following. In the ruler of the project window or any editor, click the arrow button to the right of the ruler. Select Project Add Track Ruler to add a ruler track, and right-click the ruler. In the main transport section of the transport panel, click Select Secondary Time Format. Related links. Ruler. Ruler track. Selecting the primary time format. Pre-roll and post-roll. Pre-roll and post-roll. You can activate pre-roll and post-roll with the corresponding buttons in the pre-roll and post-roll section on the transport panel, or by selecting Transport Pre-roll and Post-roll, use Pre-roll/use Post-roll. Note: to show the pre-roll and post-roll section, right-click anywhere in the transport panel or in the transport bar and activate pre-roll and post-roll. By setting a pre-roll value, you instruct Cubase to roll back a short section whenever playback is activated. By setting a post-roll value, you instruct Cubase to play back a short section after automatic punch-out before stopping. Note: this only works if punch-out is activated on the transport panel, and if stop after automatic punch-out is activated in the Preferences dialog, record page. Independent time displays. Using pre-roll and post-roll. Using pre-roll and post-roll. You can set up a pre-roll and a post-roll value for recording. Prerequisite. On the transport panel, lock punch points to locators is activated. Procedure. Set the locators to where you want to start and end recording. On the transport panel or in the transport bar, activate punch in and punch out. In the Preferences dialog, select Record. Activate Stop after automatic punch out. Right-click anywhere on the transport panel or in the transport bar and activate pre-roll and post-roll. In the pre-roll and post-roll section, activate pre-roll and post-roll. In the pre-roll amount and post-roll amount fields, enter the pre-roll and post-roll values. Activate Record. Result: the project cursor rolls back by the specified pre-roll value, and playback starts. When the cursor reaches the left locator, recording is automatically activated. When the cursor reaches the right locator, recording is deactivated, but playback continues for the specified post-roll value before stopping. Pre-roll and post-roll. Punch in and punch out. Punch in and punch out. The punch in and the punch out points are a pair of markers that you can use for punch in and punch out of recordings. The punch in position determines the record start position and the punch out position determines the record stop position. You can activate punch in and punch out by activating the corresponding buttons on the transport panel. The punch in position is locked to the left locator position and the punch out position to the right locator position. The punch position fields are unavailable. However, you can detach the punch points from the locators by deactivating Lock Punch Points to Locators. If you do so, the value fields become available, and you can use them to set up the punch positions, regardless of the locator positions. You can also drag the punch in and punch out handles in the ruler to set the punch positions. Related links. Activating recording automatically. Stopping recording automatically with punch out. Using pre-roll and post-roll. Metronome click. Metronome click. You can use the metronome click as a timing reference for playing along and recording. The two parameters that govern the timing of the metronome are project tempo and the time signature. To activate the metronome click, activate metronome click on the transport panel. You can also select Transport Activate Metronome or use the corresponding key command. To define if the metronome click is played during playback, recording or count-in, select Transport Metronome Setup, and make your changes on the General tab. To set up the sounds for the metronome click, select Transport Metronome Setup, and make your changes on the Click Sounds tab. Related links. Transport panel sections. Project tempo modes. Punch in and punch out. Click patterns.